Hello everyone, Chris here with No Strings Gaming. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, it's no strings right here, and we are just playing some Burnout Paradise Remastered. This is a platinum review, guys. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I'm not really excited, but I'm doing this for y'all. So yeah, platinum review. This is my first platinum review for moving the channel from platinum reviews over to No Strings Gaming. Those that aren't familiar with the whole concept, platinum review is where I give a game the full treatment. I don't give it a review until I platinum it, and that way I put in the full amount of hours into it to really get a grasp of the game and, you know, be able to give you that full review. A lot of reviews, whenever they do it, they play it for, 10 hours or something like that. They get a good grasp of the game. They'll beat the story, stuff like that. But they don't really do any of the side stuff or anything like that. They just try and beat the game. So, yeah, platinum reviews, I pull my penis out and I shove it in the console and I, make babies with it. So this is the baby known as Burnout Paradise Remastered. Now, this was announced, I want to say it was a couple months ago. They announced it. Maybe it was last month. Yeah, I want to say they announced it in February, and it came out on Tuesday. Or was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. So this came out on Friday. I've already platinumed it. The cool thing, too, is only 1.7% of people have platinumed it at the time that I platinumed it. Might have gone up. I don't know. So that means I played way too much of this game in the short amount of time that it's been out. So it's already platinumed. People that know me know I love racing games. It's not one of my top genres, but it is up there. I do enjoy racing games a lot. And my top 3 racing games have always been, and always will be, not always, but would be number 1, Need for Speed Underground 1. I just fell more in love with that than I did the second one. Number 2, Split Second. Split Second was so amazing. If you haven't played it, it blew my mind. It was a really, really great racing game. And number 3 is Burnout Paradise. So when they announced this, it was no questions I was getting this shit. So yeah, they announced it came out just within a week, and this is pretty much my impressions of the game. I'll let you guys know what I think. First off, the Platinum Trophy, as you can tell, I did it within 5 days, so it's not too terribly difficult. There are some time-sensitive trophies that if you guys are wanting to platinum this game in the future, get it now, because you won't be able to platinum it later on. There's some online trophies, and some of them include everybody has to meet up at one location. So, yeah, if you're playing online and people have already gotten that trophy or they just don't care anymore, you're not going to get that. So, yeah, you have to have 8 people meet up at a baseball stadium and get a trophy. A lot of the trophies, too, are really glitchy. I noticed that there was a few of them that I didn't do what it told me to do. There was one, jump over somebody in an online match during a race. And I wasn't in a race. I was online, but I wasn't in a race. I was on a overpass or on the interstate. I was driving on the interstate, and they went under an underpass, and it counted that as me jumping over them. So I was like, okay. It was a silver trophy, so I'll take it. But, yeah, that was weird. There's another one for power sliding into a parking spot between 2 cars. There was 2 cars really far away from each other, big difference and distance, and I was going like 2 miles per hour, super slow, and I just tapped square, and it gave me the trophy. So I was like, okay. And the guys online were like, yeah, it's pretty difficult to do. You got to like slide into there, and I was like, fuck. And yeah, I accidentally did it. So, yeah, there's a lot of trophies that are kind of an accident. AI, let's get into the game. So, one thing that I love so much about this game is it's a racing game. It's pure racing. There is no story involved at all. So, like, hey, if I play this game, I'm going to be racing. You don't have to worry about story, which is great because, people play a racing game for racing. They don't care about the story. So, that's one thing that I love about Burnout. Second thing is Burnout is you have racing, you have stunts, you have marked men where you're trying to run from people that are trying to crash into your car. You have, what's another one that they have? It's like on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Yeah, there's like a couple of races, but yeah, they have like other races and everything where you're doing other things like just racing or road rage. There we go. Road rage is you're just destroying other cars as you go. So they have all these different race types, and you just are completing more and more and more, unlocking more better licenses. As you get better licenses, the races get harder. You unlock better cars, stuff like that. I love that aspect about the game. Now, I'm going to tell you guys some of my gripes, like right off the bat. One is the soundtrack. I feel like they took the soundtrack from the original. I don't remember the soundtrack from the original, and that was one of my gripes from the when it first came out. Is the soundtrack wasn't memorable. You have stuff like Need for Speed Underground 2, Riders on the Storm. Like, I mean, just when you hear that song, you're like, man, it brings you back to that game. In this game, you have songs like Avril Lavigne, Girlfriend. No man in their right mind wants to drive a racing game and listen to, hey, hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. Like, what the fuck? Nobody wants to hear that. So, soundtrack just doesn't do it for me. It's never really cared for it. So, they have Nerd, N-E-R-D, one of my favorite bands. And they have one of their more popular songs, Rockstar. But it's the remix, so it's like a dub or like a remix from another artist, and it's like everything you didn't want from the song. So yeah, it's a horrible album. The radio guy that comes on and kind of is like, oh, hey, this is going on in the city. It's stuff that has nothing to do with it. Like, it would be cool if he was like, oh, there's a race going on over here, and it was like events that would happen throughout the city. And most of these are gripes I had with the original one, but yeah, it would be cool if it was like events around the city, like, oh, this is going on right now, stuff. But he was like, I once had a guy who tried to drift a corner, and he crashed his car. Needless to say, he's not a good drifter. And then that's like it. And you're just like, oh, okay, like, why is this relevant to me? I don't care about this at all. So yeah, that's been one of my gripes with the game. Another one is the computer AI. You'll be driving next to a car, and they'll just turn into you and hit you like it's a regular car. And me thinking normal, I'm like, if I was driving next to somebody racing, I wouldn't be like, oh, hey, they're going 100 plus mile an hour. Let me go ram my car into theirs. Like, so stupid. They'll be like completely out of the way, and they'll run into you. So that's one thing that's always bugged me about the game. One thing too, or another thing is, there's no people in the game. You have this massive city and 0 people, which isn't too horrible. I can look past that. But inside your car, there's no people. So literally, it's just robots. Nobody's driving anything. Kind of takes away from the experience. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, I mean, other than that, though, I mean, those are my few gripes with the game. And other than that, I mean, I've always loved this game. If you played the original, this is definitely a great one to jump back into. You get the game, you get all the DLC that came out with it. That includes Big Surf City, toy cars, motorcycles. You get all that. So you get a lot of game for, I want to say it was $40. So it's definitely worth the price. The Platinum, like I said, it's not too difficult to get. I'd probably give the Platinum a 3 out of 10. On difficulty, you just pretty much have to play through the game, find a couple of collectibles here and there. It's not too difficult. There are the time-sensitive ones because it's an online game. So you do have to worry about that. But other than that, I mean, you don't have to really worry about it. So yeah, guys, if you're looking for a really good Platinum, a really fun game to Platinum, check out Burnout Paradise Remastered. It is $40 on the PlayStation Store and $40 on Xbox One. I don't think it's probably on PC too, but I don't know. It's not on Switch. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about anything with the game down below in the comments. Also, let me know if there's any games you want to see me platinum so I can review that motherfucker. Yeah, definitely let me know, guys. I guess we should give this a rating. Shouldn't we give it a rating? I think so. I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. A racing game at heart. It is a great racing game. Other than a few trophy glitches, the issue with there not being anybody driving the car, which always got me, the horrible soundtrack, the AI sometimes doing their own thing. Other than that, that's all stuff you can kind of look past to for the core game experience, which is Burnout Paradise Remastered. Amazing game, guys. Definitely check it out. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. That's it for me. Thank you. And this is Chris from No Strings Gaming. And instead of cutting them strings, tie them up, I don't know. Come up with a slogan for us, guys. We still don't have one. We had one with Platinum Reviews, and now we changed the name, so now we don't have a slogan. So let me know a good one in the comments below, something catchy, and I'll use it on every single one of my videos, and I'll even shout you out. So if you have your own YouTube channel, come up with a name or a slogan, and you'll get a shout out. So that's pretty fucking cool. So thanks, guys. I love y'all. Take it easy.